So, guess we're gonna get back into this. Gonna do it on action story puzzle story because the trophies. I want to try and get the platinum on this, and the trophies don't stack for the story for the puzzle difficulty. And I'll try that one on the final playthrough, I think. But there's gonna be 3, I think, needed. Probably won't do 3 back to back. That sounds exhausting, but I've also swapped the audio, the voice audio to English, just because I'm curious. It's going to be a bit jarring at first, I think, now, but I'm curious what the dub is like. So let's jump back into it for another round.
Hey, did you know that when a girl grows up, she has to get married? It's her job.
Oh, they just launch right into it, don't they, actually, on the second playthrough?
Job? Don't you want to get married, Hinako?
I don't know. Maybe not. It doesn't sound fun when Daddy talks about it.
Kinda like homework, huh?
If he tells me I have to, then I don't wanna.
Thanks for waiting. Junko. Did something happen?
Just reminiscing a little. About, you know, when we were kids, you always looked out for me.
Hinako.
Here, this is for you.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
This should be an interesting second playthrough because I know they changed. I do know that they changed stuff. It's like Nier Automata, right? Where the other playthroughs, they expand story elements, scenes go on for longer than they did before. Stuff changes completely, I've heard, so...
It's settled. We will decide everything from here on out.
But dear, what about how Hinako feels?
We're never gonna get another chance like this. What could possibly make Hinako happier? Nothing. Where do you think you're going? We're not done here, young lady.
But still, who would have guessed that Hinako would...
She's going to do as she's told for once and help me pay off this debt. We won't have to
Well, yeah.
money ever again.
Darling, please, keep it down. Hinako will hear you.
So before we get into it, one of the
Never.
well, now we know why she's running away as well, which is horrible. We know why she's running away, right? Remember the diary entry right at the end? Gonna have to be quite a slow playthrough, I think, because I want to try and collect everything. Probably still miss stuff, but we got like 2 more. We got like another playthrough to go anyway before we get everything. So yeah, one of the questions that I wanted to answer, which I was struggling to do because I was still trying to take everything in. I've slept on it since then. Is, does this feel like a Silent Hill game? Like on its own merit, this game's incredible. Like I really like this game just on its own merits. But as an entry in the Silent Hill franchise, how is it? So far, given what I've seen already, it does and it doesn't. Like the Silent Hill soul is there. It kind of shifts in and out of feeling like a Silent Hill game in my mind. Like on one hand, you're playing as a deeply disturbed, troubled young woman descending into increasing madness, represented by the continually decaying world around her. To the point where you start questioning, like, is all of this actually real? Is this is all of this like in her twisted mind? Is this something that's really happening? You're questioning what is real. When it's doing this, it's really fantastic stuff. It's like peak Silent Hill in terms of tone. But on the other hand, it feels more like a dark horror fantasy kind of game. I said it before, it definitely feels less grounded when you get to like the whole dark shrine thing. Like it's still completely steeped in metaphor, probably even more so than the previous Silent Hill games are, which isn't bad, but my initial reaction to all of that stuff was just how out of place it feels in the wider franchise. Especially how, like, in the second half of the game, she turns into Sonic the Werehog, which I found really stupid at the time. And honestly, I still think it's a bit stupid. The transformation scene into that part, I think, was great, but the result of it, nah, honestly, I didn't say it at the time because I wanted to see it all play out before I just kept complaining, but when she turned into Sonic the Werehog, the game did lose me a bit there, and it didn't really recover. And that's kind of still how I feel about it. I think it's a step too far for Silent Hill to do something like that. It takes it away from this grounded, psychological kind of... I don't want to say the word realistic, but I hope you get what I mean. It takes that away and turns it into, like, kind of fantasy. And I guess on the feet, instead of both the hands. Sometimes it feels like I'm playing a badly executed Souls-like, and that's the part that I dislike the most. But thinking about it, I don't entirely vibe with some of the choices they've made. And the Dark Shrine sections are actually my least favourite parts of the game. But all that said, I would rather that they take risks with this franchise at this point. Because if you don't take risks, well, you end up with Silent Hill Homecoming, and we don't want that again, do we? So the conclusion that I've come to from this first ending is that this is a story about the loss of personal freedom. About gender roles, it's about feminine trauma. Nako very clearly has complex thoughts on the nature of family life, the nature of marriage, and the main core part of her character, which we'll see play out throughout this playthrough. It's expressing her struggle at fighting back against what other people are dictating her life to be, about how she needs to act, how she needs to behave.
Landslides blocked off the path. Used to climb up there.
You know, how she needs to act, how she needs to behave because of gender roles. It's about the horrors that we inflict upon ourselves. It's about the horrors that we inflict upon each other in the name of proper society. So what I can gather from that first ending is that Hinako has been drugged with PTV for most of her life, and in her 20s, she was married off to someone else. I'm thinking that the Fox Mask guy, I'm thinking he represents the person that she's married off to, which is what all of the Dark Shrine stuff is trying to get across. It was becoming less common in the 60s and 70s, but in Japan, arranged marriage still was a thing back then, and because of that, Hinako doesn't feel like she has much free will or choices in her life, which is something that keeps coming up again and again in the story, so she snapped and she committed a massacre. Whether or not she murdered just her friends and her family, or she went on a rampage and started murdering the whole town, I think that's up for interpretation. I think maybe they're leaning a bit into that. Silent Hill 3, Vincent, they look like monsters to you? Kind of thing. And she murdered the whole town? I don't know. That's the bit I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a concrete answer to that. It's up to you. So we're gonna be a bit more thorough. The fox's wet. See, the fox's wedding is a common expression used for times when it rains while the sun is still shining. According to the older folk here in Ebisugaoka, however, they used as an expression when a young girl was spirited away. I think is kind of what they're getting at, right? Folklore pertaining to gods and spirits becoming infatuated with human women is not something unique to Japan. It's almost like wish fulfillment, right? Yeah, it's just more themes about women always being humiliated and abused. I'm not sure she even realised what's happened to her. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that this represents, like, adult Elko. Because she's wearing a wedding gown. So yeah, that notes a bit of wish fulfillment, I guess, being spirited away by the fox mask. So she can live a life of luxury.
Oh, gods. What should I do?
But of course, the reason she's running away is because her dad was trying to sell her. A woman is only complete when she's loved. Yeah, it's when you know, it's really on the nose, isn't it? I was getting inklings of it, but I was getting caught up in the here and now, I think. So I think this playthrough probably will, it could potentially end up taking longer than the first one. But I should be more eloquent through it as well. So it's going to be similar to the Silent Hill, the way I did it for Silent Hill 2, where the first one, that was my first impressions. I wanted to just go in blind.
The fox gods enshrined all over the place.
And yeah, they worship Inari Sama. In a guardian deity that has protected the town since the old days, but they can be capricious at times. Sometimes they'll turn into a fox and steal chickens and dried persimmons. Other times they'll play tricks on children who don't listen to their parents. I also heard that when they fall in love with a woman they find desirable at first sight, they spirit her away to be their bride. So this is all new stuff. So yeah, you definitely need to do at least the second playthrough, I imagine. Either that or I just missed that the first time. Wide open. Was this wasn't here before, was it? Research journal photo. Folklore of Ebi Sugaoka. Legend of the Sacred Sword. However, it is said that the sword's animosity continued to grow, even as it remained buried under the earth, so the people erected a sacred barrier around it using Jizo statues as anchors. Harmony, yin and yang, the 5 elements of Wuxing. During this period, I thought it was everything that was composed of 5 elements. Wood, fire, earth, metal and water. 5 was a number associated with harmony. Should be 5 Jizo statues. I gotta find 5 Jizo statues. Better go and see whether there's an Ojizo-san in town. Need a key. Oh, so now we're exploring. Turn the brightness up. I can actually see what I'm doing, because that's one of the main reasons I miss everything. I'm Sakuko, but it's too cute for me. They always told me, play house like a good girl should. Balcony key. That cute. Yes, it started at a really young age for her, didn't it? Big thing about gender roles in this game. Yeah, this is where this game's at its best. Just exploring a town and taking in the atmosphere. I'm going to be a treasure hunter, I'll make sure of it, and then I'm going to become a millionaire by finding treasure all around the world. Not just hunting treasure, a real treasure hunter sometimes take down big scary beasts and bad guys. Don't forget that they have to learn how to escape dangerous traps too. I was play fighting with the girl who lives next door when Mum got mad at me. She said, what if you leave a scar on her face? Then nobody will marry her. What's that all about? I think that the girl would be a really good treasure hunter though. She always finds the hidden treasure when we play hide and seek. Yeah, it's just this whole idea of like women only exist to marry to be married. Oh, nice. feel like there's more. That's just going to give me a key just for that. I love wind chimes. I might get some wind chimes. Annoy all the neighbours. I missed the whole room. See, I'm not very thorough. There we go. Is that a Jizo statue? I think that's a Jizo statue. Maybe? I don't know. That's right, no, the Jizo statue is like a specific thing, isn't it? Explore some more. I am debating just getting a guide up, to be honest. For, like a collectibles guide. To make doubly sure I don't miss anything. Get it all done on this playthrough. At least from a collectibles standpoint, and then I can do a hard mode playthrough and not have to worry about it. I can just run past everything. Over here, no, it's Foxtrot. White Claudia there again. Although the most famous translated Western medical book remains the New Text on Anatomy, there was a peculiar work by the name of Exotic Herbology. Foreign missionary brought this text to Japan, along with a curious medicine that would supposedly allow one to speak with divine spirits. Oh, this is definitely White Claudia. As far as I'm concerned, this confirms it. In order to have contact with the gods, one must liberate one's soul. However, upon doing so, the individual will fall into a temporary state of unconsciousness. Which is what happens to Hinako constantly, right? She's always falling into states of unconsciousness.
There's everyone. What about Chizuruya? Maybe I'll find someone there.
It said that the kanji for Ibisu, Bisu Goka, holds the meaning of a person who's migrated from far away. The most fanciful theory for the origin of the town is that it was once a hidden village for the Taira clan, soldiers who lost during the Ganpai War. There are a few rules that seem like part of a secret village's code, including things like not owning dogs or washing. Alright, I got a collectible guide up for all of the general missable stuff. Just to make sure. Very roughly says where things are. Very roughly, though. So there's still going to be a lot of aimless wandering around. This is the Jizo statue, though, isn't it? I remember from Sekiro. Oh, this is the sacred sword stuff. I found a damaged Jizo statue in the mountains. The character for Suchi, Earth, can be faintly seen etched into the stone base. I wonder what happened if I offer something that relates to that character. Cool. Also on this playthrough, we're not going to be using any of the red capsules. In fact, we're going to avoid picking them up at all. How many memories do I actually have? Right.
Excuse me? Is anyone there? Find another way. I remember there was a shortcut up ahead.
I do quite envy her, though. I can't believe it's her. I have to say, I'm rather jealous. Why her of all people? Shh! Someone is going to hear you.
You traitor! Sakuko. Where are you off to? Don't usually see you around here. A truck was blocking the road. Chizuruya? I just want to talk to someone. I'll be there in a bit, okay? See
Yeah,
you.
the dub isn't great, is it? Definitely glad my first playthrough was in the Japanese audio. Not terrible, but yeah, it's not incredible either. Remember the mailbox this time. Wow.
It's torn. Where'd the driver go?
Gotta explore every single nook and cranny. I don't want to miss anything. Much as I can possibly take in this time. I really want to work this game out properly. Get my own interpretation of it. Before looking at other people's.
It's Shu.
Now, 1 second, Shu.
Hey, partner.
Shu. Hmm? Say something.
What about you? Nothing you want to say?
Well, if you don't have anything, neither do I.
Well, that's my Hinako. It's not like you to just let stuff happen, though. But whatever you end up choosing, you know I'll always be there for you.
Shu. Shu, thanks for waiting.
Oh, it's so much better on the second playthrough, isn't it?
Rinko, what were you guys talking about? Nothing, really.
She said that she just wanted to talk to someone.
It helped too. Oh. Glad to be of service, ma'am. If I had known you'd be here, I would have brought that magazine you lent me. Oh, you can hold on to it. I knew I wasn't getting it back when I lent it to you. What's that supposed to mean? What do you think you're laughing at? You've got something of hers too, don't you? Right?
Wait, did I borrow something? Hey, Hinako, do I get to hold on to the 500 yen I owe you too?
What happened to paying her back with interest?
I never said that. You can't prove I did.
Okay, that does it. If I lend you something, you're signing a contract to give it back.
Don't be such a meanie. Hinako?
Sorry. What?
You trick.
Right, I gotta do this without taking damage. This time. I took damage the first time. This time I'm not. We should get trophies for it. It's like Silent Hill 1. It's great. Kind of. There we go. What did you get from Shu? Nothing is what you got from Shu. No. Okay, it begins. The murder begins.
What is this place? I need to get back to Sakuko.
Sakuko. See, I'm terrible at pronouncing. I'm too white. That's my problem. I've been saying it's Sakuko. It's Sakuko. Okay. Find a way back to the Chizuru general store. I'm just gonna not pick any up. Then I definitely can't use them.
Who's there? Is that you, Shu? Shu! Rinko!
Sorry, I had it turned all the way down. That's terrible of me. That's the first 41 minutes of this video unwatchable. Oh well. I do like that they're doing the whole symbolic monster thing again as well. Like I think the symbolism of the doll monsters is clear. They represent Hinako and her lack of agency and how she's being toyed with like a marionette, and how women in 1960s Japan are just toyed with like marionettes. Interesting. So much that I missed the first time, or I even missed it, or this is all new stuff. There are cases where patients see an improvement in their symptoms by not taking their medicine. See, that's a better clue than the game just telling you how to get the endings, but I get why they did that. There are many who believe in playing to an oily sun will soothe pain and speed up the healing process. I remember when this game was like nice and breezy at the beginning. Although I struggled at the beginning too, didn't I? Where is it that I want to go? Not this way. want to go down there. Yeah. Oh shit. Need to be careful with that. Got me again. Missed.
Anyone here?
Right, this is the proper way, so let's go the other way first. Oh, okay. Never mind. Like I said, this one's going to be a bit slower and more deliberate, I think. I want to find everything. Because you know I miss shitloads of stuff, right? Oh, I remember. Yeah. I thought you were in there.
I'm going to be in trouble if I don't find a new weapon soon.
Sure are. How on earth did I miss that the first time? Really obviously there. Or is that new? Is that backdoor key new again? I don't know. I don't remember. The first playthrough is always a blur, isn't it? Killing all the enemies is probably gonna be a problem for me, but... What am I missing here? I should know, I've done it before. Oh, it's just to get out, right? No? I have to go out the window before? Yeah, I remember walking across the rooftops.
This isn't good. I really hope Shu and Rinko are alright.
Only giving me red capsules now to heal with. Oh, I get another slot too. Gonna leave me alone now?
Not good. This won't last much longer.
Yeah, you keep saying. Can you stop saying that, please?
What a weird box. It opened.
What is the Nihon Shoki, one of Japan's most ancient history books? Yamato no Orochi, the colossal 8-headed dragon, demanded the sacrifice of beautiful young girls for it to devour. Upon hearing this, the wild deity Susanoo no Mikoto brought 8 barrels of sake to dragon, lured into drinking them. There are records of toxic gas leaks from the underground water streams in the past. That's new. Now there's toxic gas leaks. Not hard to surmise that some shameless individuals put a religious spin on the noxious leaks to turn a profit and falsified connections using famous literature to solidify their claim.
Better take this, just in case. Ringo!
Dodge! No grab. Liberal use of the map just to make sure I'm going everywhere. You've seen me play Silent Hill games before. It's going to confuse me if these things aren't set up correctly, so... No. No. You. There we go.
Damn you!
Shu, where are you?
Come this way. Good drink.
dreamed of a different life. A family that owned a candy store. Instead of some stuffy old shrine. And here, it's all yours. As much candy as you could ever want. Sweet dreams. Sakuko. Go home. The store's closed for the day. Sakuko. Even if you're gone, I'll keep my promise. No matter what.
I still don't know the answer to that question, to be honest with you, Hanako, but we'll leave it there for this episode, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye for now.